What's up, guys? Welcome to the Bjacks70 show. I'm your host, Brandon Jackson, and we got football to talk about. We got practice to talk about. We have Shedeur Sanders to talk about. Um, and before I get right into that, just want to say appreciate everybody watching the channel, supporting the channel. If you want to continue to support the channel, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and keep rocking with your boy. I appreciate it. Thank you. And let's get into it, man. Shadeur's hurt. Shadeur's hurt. And at first, I didn't believe that he was hurt. Um, I don't want to be one of these people that's on Twitter, a conspiracy theory guy. I'm not one of these people that thinks that the Browns are sabotaging Shedeur. Um, I think I recognize he's a fifth round pick, and they are for sure treating him like a fifth round pick. Um, but today at practice, I'm recording this on Wednesday. You'll probably see this on Thursday. Wednesday's practice, joint practice with the Eagles, he got no reps. Got zero reps in 7 on 7, 11 on 11 with anybody. And come to find out is because he has a strained oblique muscle and will probably keep him out of practice Thursday and likely to keep him out of the preseason game on Saturday. Now, I was going through every emotion on Wednesday reading live practice updates, not seeing Shedeur Sanders getting any team reps. Um, to the point where it was so wild. I tweeted that I'm gonna be positive about it, and I'm just gonna say that since he's not getting any reps, the Browns know what they have in him. He's going to be the backup. They just need to see Dylan Gabriel get as many reps as possible um, to see if they want to keep him or Kenny Pickett. That's what I was going with because any other outcome didn't make sense except the one that did happen, um, that he's injured. For whatever reason, I that didn't cross my mind. Him being hurt did not cross my mind. Um, and I don't know why it did. I don't know why it didn't. Probably because I don't want him to be hurt. I want him to be healthy. I want him to be out on the field. I want him to be showing everything that he can. Mostly because I think that he needs to, even though he had a very good performance against the Carolina Panthers in the first preseason game. It may not be enough. It may not be enough for him to be a guy that this organization believes in. It would be enough for me, but that's just me because I had the highest belief in him going into the draft, going into the summer, going into training camp. So of course I saw that and I have 100% belief in him, but maybe other people don't. And if you don't, that's okay. I disagree. Um, and it is what it is. But knowing knowing that he has a strained oblique and probably won't practice, probably won't play on Saturday, um, it's really interesting. It's really interesting because basically Dylan Gabriel is in the same position Shedeur was in a week ago. It's if if he wants to make some noise in this quarterback battle in quotation marks, um, he's gonna have to show it. He's gonna have to prove it, and he's gonna have to prove it on Thursday in practice, and he's gonna have to prove it on Saturday in the preseason game, like Shedeur went ahead and did last week. And do I think he can do it? To this point, I don't. I don't have a lot of confidence that he'll look good. Um, if he was put in the same type of situations that Shedeur was put in against Carolina, I don't know. I don't know if it would have been the same outcome. We'll never know. Um, but he will be going against a better team. In theory, a team with better backups than the Panthers and the Eagles. And who knows what the Eagles are going to do or if they're going to play their starters. They will have their starters out there in in practice on Thursday, but it looks like Joe Flacco is going to take most of those first team reps. Um, we don't even really need to talk about who's going to be the week one starter anymore because it's Joe Flacco. It's 100% going to be Joe Flacco. And to me, it should have been Joe Flacco this whole time. Um, and the real the real question remains for me, what is the order on the depth chart going to be behind Joe Flacco? What rookie is going to be in front of the other one? And will they keep Kenny Pickett or not? Because it can go any which way after Joe Flacco in that number one spot. Me personally, I'm putting Shedeur as the backup, and I'm putting Dylan Gabriel at number three. And we're shipping Kenny Pickett to Siberia or whatever foreign country of his choosing. But he's not staying in Cleveland. Not going to be working out in Berea if I had my way. Um, but I don't know if the Browns feel that way. Would they even entertain a world where they keep Kenny Pickett as the number two and try to ship off Shedeur or Dylan Gabriel, um, and just keep one of them for development? That doesn't seem. I mean, I was gonna say it doesn't seem likely, but it's possible. It's within the realm of possibility. And I guess keeping all four is within the realm of possibility, but that doesn't seem like a prudent idea, especially when you still have Deshaun Watson lurking in the shadows on the roster. Um, but we don't have to talk about him. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a big day, gonna be a big couple days for Dylan Gabriel. Don't think Joe Flacco sees the field. Um, which I have no problem with. I know Kenny Pickett is probably dying to be able to get out on the field, but I don't know if it's in the cards for him. It's really unfortunate that he pulled his hamstring so severely at the worst possible time, and that's actually something I can empathize with. Um, in college, I pulled my hamstring like damn near every single summer. Did it during training camp. It was I know a little something about pulled hamstrings, unfortunately. Um, so I do empathize with Kenny Pickett, but the game is the game. The game is the game. You got to be out there to compete for a spot, and he's not able to be out there to compete for a spot, and that's tough. That's tough. Um, but getting back to Shedeur, getting back to Gabriel. Gabriel has to show that he can execute in a way that he hasn't really shown that he can do in practice, except for was that Monday's practice. Monday's practice, it was either Monday or Tuesday, where the whole offense was out there getting busy. I think it was Monday. Whole offense, every quarterback out there getting busy. Even Kenny Pickett in 7-on-7s threw 3 touchdowns back to back to back. Shedeur put the fear of God in those boys from last Friday. They said, oh, he can do what? Okay, no, we gotta bring it. So this competition is bringing out the best that these guys have. Joe Flacco has practiced the best he has all summer. Um, Shador continued his consistent play with what he's been given. Um, Dylan Dylan had a good day on Monday. On Wednesday, the raw practice numbers weren't there. From what people who were there say, was just like average, like wasn't terrible, wasn't great. Um, so he's gonna have to show what he can do, and like he's still like he deserves his fair shot. He deserves his shot to start. He deserves the same opportunity that Shador got. But if we're being fair, if we're being real, I think Shador has a leg up on Dylan Gabriel. And is it fair because Dylan got hurt? No, but it is what it is. He took advantage of his opportunity and he showed what he can do. Now Dylan has that same opportunity, hopefully. Looks like he's gonna be able to play Saturday. Hopefully he does, and he can show what he can do. And go from there. Um but yeah, like I said again, like I said before, week one starter, Joe Flacco, you can wrap that up. Kenny Pickett, Kenny, you gotta get back just to have a shot to be on the team, buddy. At least that's how I see it. Again, I could very well be wrong, reading the room wrong. It seems like the front office, the coaching staff really likes Kenny. Um, but you know how I feel about him. I don't want him anywhere near here. Give me Flacco, two rookies, and let's ride out. But hey, man, he's got to get back. He's got to get back if he wants to factor into this quarterback room at all. Um, but yeah, so moving on to the next topic, still in the Shador lane a little bit. Um, haven't been on here since the preseason games took place over the weekend, and I finally got a chance to sit down. I had a busy weekend, was doing a lot. Um, Finally was able to sit down, watch the film of at least just the rookie quarterbacks, at least the rookie quarterbacks that I care about or care to see. Um, got to sit down, watch all their reps, and see how I felt about them. And surprisingly, all of them in their own ways did well, which does lend itself to people saying like, "Oh, it's just preseason, so it's going to be like a little bit easier than you expect, right?" But I don't really think that's the case because yes, a lot of preseason, you're not going to have starters out there. You're going to have second team, third team, practice squad guys out there on the field. But the point of the point of watching these preseason games and watching these preseason reps is watching watching the guys like me, especially right now, watching the quarterbacks, seeing how they process, seeing how they move in the pocket, seeing their decision making. Can they make the throws that are there? Um, and I think again, in their own ways, did a lot of things well. Um, Starting with Shador, I could not have asked for a better showing for Shador Sanders in that preseason game. Started off a little shaky, um, like threw a slant, first pass, threw a slant was too high. Could a different receiver have caught it? Maybe, but was too hard, too high. Um, but kind of settled in. He had a couple of near misses. One where he scrambled out and threw it and just threw it like a little bit too high. Would have been a big play. Of course, we know the the 4th and 1, him scrambling around, not being able to get out of it, throwing the ball away. Don't want to see that. And he knows we don't want to see that. He knows that's not something that he would be able to get away with. Um, but to be fair, he had to get out of the pocket. Like the three technique was coming right at him. He had to get out, had nowhere else to go but backwards. It was 4th down. He tried to make a play. It didn't work. It didn't work. Um and he knows that's not going to be the best course of action for him. Um but still don't want to see that. But it's touchdown throws. The first touchdown throw, the bootleg out to the left, the audacity to throw that pass, it takes it takes something in you to throw that pass and expect it to be completed. And he did it. And it looked easy. It looked easy. He's a guy that has fantastic ball placement, fantastic ability to layer the ball in between defenders. Um, That's something he did his whole career, Jackson State, Colorado. No matter who they were playing, he showed the ability to do that. And that first touchdown was great. The second touchdown, where he was able to navigate the pocket, step to the right, know where the defense was going, hit the dig route perfectly, throw it low enough to where the receiver can still catch it, but he's not getting attacked by defenders. Fantastic throws. Another throw when he was in the offense's end zone. Um, the defender, another dig route. The defender fell, but the defender fell after he threw it. And either way, it was going to be a completion because it was a great ball, super accurate ball. Um, and of course, we know the play where he's rolling out to his right, um, getting hit in the chest, threw it to Luke Floria. R.I.P. Luke Floria's hamstring. Um, we thank you for your service. The Shedeur stands. We thank you for your service. We appreciate you catching that football, Luke Floria. Um, he played great. Shout out to him. He played great. Um, but yeah, very good showing from Shedeur. Um, and I was very proud that I saw that. And then you got Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart had a couple dimes. He had a like a touchdown pass. Defender came right through, hit him in the chest. He saw it. He knew it was coming. He knew he had one-on-one coverage on the outside. Threw it up, little Jordan Humphrey touchdown. It was beautiful. It was beautiful to see. Um, he also he got loose for a couple scrambles. I really like what I saw from Jackson Dart. Um, Tyler Shuck, I'm a Tyler Shuck hater. I'm a Tyler Shuck non-believer, but he, of course, he threw a bad pick six, a really bad pick six. And then he threw a lot of checkdowns, a lot of short passes, a lot of yards after catch. But the touchdown that he threw after he threw the pick six, that was a great pass. That was a great pass. I really like that. Didn't know he had that in him. So shout out to him. Got to give credit where it's due. I really like that touchdown pass. Didn't like that they didn't really trust him to go downfield at all besides the touchdown pass. A lot of screens, a lot of slants. Um, A lot of dump offs. Like it, that looked like they did not trust him to do anything expansive in the playbook. Like you watch Shedeur, they let Shedeur handle a lot. You watch Jackson Dart, they let him handle a little bit more than the Saints let Tyler Shuck. Um, and I mean, they probably just want to keep it positive, keep Shuck, in a spot where he can handle it, and that's fine. Um, but we know how I feel about him. But I gotta give credit where it's due. Really liked, really liked the touchdown pass that he threw. Um, Cam Ward, Cam Ward. Um, I think his was like six or seven attempts. I liked, I liked what I saw. It was very. It looked like if you would have put a Miami jersey on him, it looked exactly how the offense looked in Miami. Calvin Ridley was running wide open for a lot of these throws. Um, but he did what he needed to do. Um, Nothing spectacular, nothing bad. Like he just went out there, did what he needed to do. He's entrenched as a starter. Nobody really challenging him for that position, but he like it was cool. It was good. It was good. Nothing to write home about. Like I wasn't blown away by anything, but it was cool. It was a good performance. He could go to bed happy with that performance. Um, and I watched some Jalen Milrow. Jalen Milrow made a couple throws, like a couple tight window throws, a few scrambles, but it was cool. And I think he's third string over there. I don't know who second string is over there, um, but yeah, Jalen Milrow's cool, but the rookies have a lot more showing and proving to do. Really excited to see Dylan Gabriel Saturday. Wish I was going to see Shedeur Saturday again, but looks like that's not in the cards. Um, I want to see more Shuck. I really want to see more Jackson Dart. I'm really, I'm really intrigued by what he might be able to do. Um, Couple of splash plays that Jackson Dart made, I think justified him being a first rounder. I think I think the organization can look at those and be like, yeah, we made the right choice. He might have some first round talent in him, um, which a lot of people didn't think that he did. I like Jackson Dart, but I didn't think he was a first rounder. But if he can continue to build on what he did in the last game, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Um, so yeah, um, we'll see. We'll see what the rookie quarterbacks do this weekend. And the last thing I want to touch on, not going to do too much on this topic, but did you guys watch New Heights? Did you see Taylor Swift on New Heights announce her album? I admittedly, I don't know if she's ever done a podcast. I don't know like how many long form interviews she's ever done. Like I don't know if there's been like features, like sit down features in magazines, or if she's like sat down with a journalist and talked about stuff like she did on New Heights. I really have no idea if she's done that. Um, but I watched the whole episode. I watched her on New Heights, watched her answer all of Jason Kelsey's questions, and it was really a delight to watch her on that podcast. I had fun watching it. She seems to be really into football, really into learning about football, learning like all the ins and outs. Crazy that when she went to the Chiefs Bears game, she just pulled up and rolled into the stadium general admission, like through the front doors with a mask on and a hat on. That's insane. Um, and I'm sure that only happened one time, and it never happened again. But yeah, I was impressed. I was impressed with her podcast appearance, and I'm sure that's going to be the most watched podcast of ever. Most watched podcast episode ever, maybe. Um, it had 1.3 active viewers in in the chat at once. Insane numbers. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to I just wanted to talk about that. I just wanted to say I really enjoyed it. I think she seems within like the hour and a half, hour 50 minutes that the podcast was on, she is a seems like a great person, like a cool person. Travis Kelsey is one of my favorite football players. So shout out to him for getting to date the one of the most famous entertainers on the planet. Um, but yeah, that was cool. Like that was cool. I She seemed cool. Like real like that's the whole takeaway is she seemed cool. Um, but yeah, so that's all I got for today. Gonna gonna watch practice on Thursday, or at least watch the live tweeting of practice on Thursday. Um, of course, watch a lot of football this weekend, and we'll be back at it. We'll be back at it to talk about it next week, or we'll be back to talk about whatever we need to talk about if it comes up. Throw the emergency podcast on. Um, Maybe another crash out video if I need to. Um, but yeah, thanks for watching the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy this content, if you enjoy little college football video game, little Madden video game, you want a little bit more Bjacks70, go hop on Bjacks70 Gaming, watch the college football 26 Road to Glory series and the Madden 26 Superstar mode episode dropping real soon for that. Episode 1 dropping real soon for that. So you don't want to miss the beginning to follow along with that series. And the description or the link to that channel will be in the description. But yeah, appreciate you watching, appreciate the support. And until the next time, we'll see you.